Vince McMahon is coming back. I think they did a press release. He's coming back to WWE with a plan to sell the company. Now, if you guys have been following along, you knew the whole bullshit. I'm not going to really get into the fiasco that happened this summer, but basically he kind of resigned, retired, and kind of stepped away for a bit. Now, apparently, he's going to be returning. This just recently came out a couple hours ago, actually. I think they made a press release again with the plan to sell the company. So it's finally confirmed. WWE is going to sell. This has been a rumor for I want to say I was seeing rumblings of selling like at least the last 5 years, right? Rumors of like Fox, Disney, NBC, Universal, all getting interested in buying, and for the longest time, it seemed that Vince McMahon wasn't interested in selling. For the longest time, it seemed like that. But now he's coming back. What is up, Merle? Now he's coming back and says he has a plan. So, a year after leaving the WB over allegations of hush money payments and sexual harassment scandal, Vince McMahon may be poised to return to the company. So, honestly, what rich guy has never had, I'm not saying, it's right to do certain things, but as long as it's between two consenting adults, like, who gives a shit, If there's no laws being broken. I think it was just because of misconduct. Since he's on the board, that's more of like what it was. But it wasn't like anything illegal was fucking done, right? I guess it just didn't look exactly professional. But like, what millionaire in this world has not paid somebody hush money? Think about it. I bet you fucking, you know how much fucking hush money JFK probably gave Marilyn Monroe? like when he wasn't a billionaire, but you know how much money he probably gave Marilyn Monroe? Or like Walt Disney probably paid so much out hush money, or Ted Turner and stuff like that. So it was kind of strange that they acted like he was the only rich dude to ever fucking do that. Not that two wrongs make a right or anything like that, but I just feel, I guess the part of covering it up and stuff like that just kind of, it's always the mob. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying he fucking was a clean slate or anything like that, but I just feel like he didn't do anything that bad. So it says he relinquished control. We already followed that. But now Wall Street Journal is reporting that Vince McMahon, who still holds majority voting shares of stock in the WWE, is planning to elect himself and two of his former co-presidents to the board of the WWE. So he's still a primary stockholder, guys. What's up, A Styles? How you doing? Bill Clinton. I'd like to dedicate this award to my friend, my good friend, reformed, what was it? What did you say? My good friend, reformed rabbi, Bill Clinton. Was that a pretty good impression? That was, right? Give me one in the chat if that was a good impression of that kid. I think that was pretty fucking good. My reformed friend. So, yeah, so we got to remember he is a majority owner. He owes like a whole bunch, so he's got to try to get on. So the board had previously rejected McMahon's attempts to reinstate himself. The move would require 3 current board members to resign or be dismissed. So this is not the first time he's tried it. So 3 board members that are currently on will have to either resign or be dismissed. So I don't even know who's on the fucking WWE board. McMahon is said to be making this move now as the WWE begins negotiations for the sale of its media rights. According to the report, in announcing its comeback, McMahon said the only way for WWE to fully capitalize on this opportunity is for me to return as executive chairman and support the management team in the negotiations for our media rights, and to combine that with a review of strategic alternatives. My return will allow WB as well as any transaction counterparties to engage in these processes knowing that they will have support of the controlling shareholder. So this to me, I know a lot of people were worried. Oh, WB's doing great without Vince McMahon. He's going to come in. He's going to screw stuff up. To me, this is not indicating anything of him coming back in a role that will have him on television as a character or a role that will have him in the creative process. This doesn't seem like he's going to be in charge of anything creative. It doesn't mention anything that he's going to have anything. It just says that he wants to be reinstated to the board as executive chairman. He's not trying to be CEO again. He's not trying to do anything. So to me, it seems like it's a strategic thing to seal the deal as far as trying to sell. You can see right here, he specifically says it would allow any transaction counterparties to engage in these processes knowing they have the support of the controlling shareholder. So you got to remember, he is the primary shareholder. Like, he has the most stock. And usually when it comes to companies dealing with shit and all that, and like when there's a board, a primary shareholder is usually an obstacle when it comes to getting stuff done with decisions. So he's looking at it as, hey, bring me back in. So the sale will most likely happen because the primary shareholder is approving it. The primary shareholder will be part of it and actually actively on the board of directors. That's the way I'm looking at it. Now, you can see right here, business is booming. Business is fucking booming. This says, right here, it says the WB board of directors has not commented on this report, but CNBC has reported that the WWE stock prices have risen 10% just hours after McMahon announced his intention to return. So it went the fuck up by 10% as soon as he announced that he intends to return. So it hasn't officially happened, but he declared his intent and the thing went up 10%. So how can you deny that it's bad for business? That's fucking good. That shows that there's people generating interest, as far as the stocks go and stuff like that. So to me, it seems like he's just coming back solely for the executive board, solely to help get this purchase and stuff, which I personally think at this point, it looks like it's going to be NBC Universal that buys it. They might as well. They have it on Peacock. They fucking have it on all their networks. To me, it seems like that's going to be the way that they are going to go with it. Consider supporting 8-Bit Eric on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description.